Go ahead, fire away.
Yeah, we just heard about the competition at center between Shane and Bryce Foster. Just wondering how that's going, what your impressions have been of those guys.
Really good. It's been really, really good. It's still a competition. Shane has taken a step from the spring to now, and he's more consistent. He's stronger. He's faster. Bryce Foster continues to get better every day. Sometimes I got to remind myself he just got here. But those two have been battling it out, and I foresee a battle continuing this week. So it's been really, really good.
What were your first impressions of Bryce?
Bryce Foster. Good kid. We in the recruiting process. He's got a great personality. I think he can have a great conversation, light up the room. Obviously, his size and strength is very, very noticeable off the bat. As we've gotten him here, what's been very impressive for me as a coach is his football IQ. He picks up terminology and languages pretty quick and schemes really quick, and I think that's just helped propel him to where he is right now.
Did you envision Shane making that kind of jump? Did you see it coming after spring? Did you hope it was coming anyway?
Yeah, it's a conversation we had at the end of the spring, and he came here. He's got a year left, right? And he came here for a specific reason because he wants to play. He wouldn't leave a starting spot not to. We had a great conversation and talked about things he needed to do in order to take that step, and he listened, and he had a great summer, and he's done a great job.
What were some of those things?
Part of it's nutrition, coming from a lower level. Part of it was nutrition, continuing to feel good about the offense and the system. You could tell at times in the spring there was just a little hesitation coming to a new system, and since then it has not been that way this fall at all. It's been pretty great.
We've heard Coach Grimes and Coach Agpalsa talk about how complex the offense is for quarterbacks to learn, for other positions. Can you speak to maybe how tough it is for a center to learn when you've got to know all the calls and things like that?
Yeah, it's just added another layer, I guess, at the end of the day, right? Obviously, we talk about everybody being in charge of their own success in the offensive line room, but they wear a heavier load as a center, knowing that they have to make spots, IDs, checks, blitz calls, seeing safety. So there is that added bonus or that added layer that they need to do, and I think both of them have done a really outstanding job to this point.
We've heard the word cross training
Yes.
come up a lot. Just talk about with Cable Do and Brown switching or a tackle going to guard. Just talk about what that benefits you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that we've done a long time. And, position flexibility is such a huge bonus in the offensive line. Coach Leipold and I have spent a lot of time together. And if something was to ever happen or we had to make a change, it's not always about getting the backup in, it's getting the sixth lineman in. And in order to do that, you have to have the ability to be multiple with your linemen. So, Bryce going from one side to the other, going from guard to center to guard, we just have a greater plan if something were to happen to get the next best person in. And equally, I love the fact that we continue to develop people, and now they have to learn big picture, what everybody has to do, just not keep it in a box and learn what they have to do at a specific position.
And what have you seen with Bryce at left and Logan at right when you made that change?
It was good. Obviously Bryce has been our right tackle for a long time. He actually welcomed the challenge, and I talked to him about it before we did it. And he was very excited about the opportunity. He knows for his opportunity, even at the next level, right? To have that ability to show people that you can play both sides is really, really important. He's embraced it, and he's gotten better every day. Logan, before he was our left tackle, he played right tackle at his previous school. So to have the multiplicity with both of them to put them on one side or the other is a great advantage for us.
Do you see this being the sides that stick?
That stick, maybe, I guess. I think we have another week or so till we kind of finalize it. And that's what I'm excited about is I know we can plug and play Bryce Cable Do anywhere. And, the best part is we'll find that next lineman and see who's playing the best, and then he can move. And that's what's exciting to me as a coach.
For you as an offensive line coach, how do you weigh getting that cross training and then finding the time when you do settle down and make sure everyone gets the time to kind of get a feel for everyone in the same spot?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, like continuity you're talking about, right? I think it's going to probably come in the next week or so. We're really trying to find out the pieces that we have for the season. We're really excited about what we have. I can't tell you the depth of the position is growing, really, and that's exciting for us. We're not where we need to be yet, but the competition between the first and second group is very close. And we're going to go through this next week and kind of see how things shake out. and we'll start being some continuity as we get closer to Lindenwood.
We've seen Nolan Gorska play some left tackle, some guard. For him, in his own growth in the last kind of 6 months since you've been here, just how have you seen him grow being able to play both those spots?
A lot. You know, he had to have the ability to really learn and understand the offense at both positions before he could sustain at a high level. It's been really fun to see his growth. As lately in camp, we've been actually flipping him from right side to left side with tackles, and you know that's only going to make us stronger as a unit once we hit fall.
With Bryce Foster, we've heard he's also capable of playing guard if needed. Have you cross-trained Shane Baumgartner at all at any position other than center?
Not yet, but it's actually something we've been talking about. You know, we were cross-training Bryce, and we'll continue to do that. The big thing with us is there is a center competition. So with Bryce, we've kind of eased back a little bit just for now with guard because of the competition, because we want to give them each the best opportunity to succeed.
You mentioned Shane's nutrition, and I saw that Cable Dew got a shout out for Nutrition Guy of the Week or whatever yesterday. I wonder how much you guys talk about that. I know you have nutritionists and stuff, but how much is that on your radar to really emphasize to those guys the importance of taking care of that at that position?
Well, I'll tell you what, Katie O'Connor, right?
Yeah.
She does a phenomenal job. She's our head nutritionist, and she cracks the whip now. She gets them going. And what I'm excited about Bryce is this, and I think a lot of the offensive linemen made a lot of gains through Katie and our strength staff. But Bryce in specific, he understands this is his last season, and it just flips in your mind when you know you have 12 guaranteed opportunities left, what you're going to pour into the off season to make sure you're at your biggest and strongest and fastest going into the season, and how he has changed his body. When I saw him, even in January to now, he made a concerted effort in his nutrition and his strength, and I believe this is the biggest and fastest and strongest he's been, and that's exciting for us.
Where does that show up most, other than obviously physically, in terms of playing the position? When a guy gets it and does emphasize and take care of the nutrition like that, where does that show up most playing wise?
I think balance and ability to sustain blocks.
Okay.
I believe also something that's really important that doesn't get talked about is their ability to sustain their performance, right? Their ability they don't fatigue as quickly, and they have the ability to play at a high level for longer. I do believe this, Bryce Cable can take more snaps now than he took in the spring,
Wow.
consecutively. And I think he feels that, and I think that's really exciting to him.
With Calvin kind of missing a lot of the spring, how's the kind of process from the injury look like overall?
It's been great. He has come back quicker than we expected. We haven't talked, knock on wood, right here, we haven't talked about it nor felt anything with it. He's continued to develop in our program, and I think that's the hard part for him, is he missed that development piece in the summer. But he's gaining ground every day, and I can't tell you how excited we are as a program to have that young man with us.
Is he pretty much back to normal?
Yeah, he is. He's rolling. We haven't taken a lot of reps, so he'll only get better for us.
You guys have 3 freshman offensive linemen who are playing right now, at least. Just what have you seen from some of those younger guys in terms of the big picture traits they offer?
Which ones are you talking about?
Just let's see. So Kenny, Carter, and Harrison.
Oh, our babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing great. They're doing great, man. And they actually took the last 4 plays of the team period at the end of practice. And that's our tempo period, so we're going quick, and they have to talk and communicate quickly to know what's going on, and they execute at a high level. So it's great. And I think what our program does holistically with 2 huddles, also with spotting a third group, is they get a ton of reps. I've been at places where your young players don't play as much. And our program philosophy is to develop everybody in our program. And that's what's exciting to us, is the ability to develop our freshmen so they're not just standing there. So we're really excited about all of them. I think they all have great prospects and potential to be great for us. Obviously, they got to continue to develop, like all young offensive linemen do, but we can't be more excited about them.
Daryl, what have you seen from the inside interior, the guard spot, the competition there?
Heavy, hot and heavy. It's been fun. I talked to you guys last spring, and the one thing we want to bring to our room is competition. Competition to us equals great growth. Human nature is sometimes just to be average and be okay. And when you're competing with someone, you have to be on your P's and Q's all the time. It's been really, really fun to see Daryl Simmons take a huge step. Kobe Baines take a huge step. Michael Ford, as much as he's played for us, earlier we talked about Bryce Foster, even Shane. There's so much. We talk about James Livingston. There's so much competition right now, and that's fun for our room, and it's healthy. It's not negative. It's healthy. They all want the best for one another, but it brings out the best in each of them, and that's what's been really fun for me as a coach.
Do you have a rotation number that you're kind of looking at that you would like to be able to rotate through on an average Saturday?
Not yet. It really just depends over the course of the next 2 weeks who steps up. And we talk all the time in our room. We want to play the most consistent people that can stack plays individually, stack plays as a unit, which unit has the best synergy, so that way we can stack quarters, halves, and games. That's what we really want to do. So as many people as we can find that can do that, we'd love for them to play, because we truly believe, especially at this position, the depth is important. But we'll probably figure that out in the next week or two.
Also new for you guys is Amir Herring. Coach Agpalsa mentioned he could kind of figure into the future for you guys down the road. Just what have your early impressions of him been since he arrived?
Awesome. He's a great young man, great leader. He has a great IQ. He's tough, he's physical, he's strong, he's smart, he's young, and he needs to develop. We brought him here for a specific reason, and we see him along with a lot of our others, right? I don't want to miss anybody, but Calvin and James and our young freshmen we're talking about, they're the future of this thing. So impressions are fantastic right now for him.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, appreciate y'all.